On to the second part of this Eureka horror double feature, and that is Shadow of the Hawk. And this was one that I enjoyed a lot more than Nightwing. Just seemed to kind of speak to me a little bit more. We've got Jan Michael Vincent as our lead character, Young Hawk, or Mike as he's known in this one. We got Old Man Hawk played by Chief Dan George, and we follow that character at the start as he is trekking from his hometown to try and find his grandson of Mike. Along the way, there's lots of images of like weird rituals being done on voodoo dolls, and which causes Old Man Hawk to collapse at one point. But it's okay, he's going to be with us for the bulk of the movie, which is great because he is an awesome character. He gets to his grandson Mike, who's kind of living the regular life. He doesn't really believe much in his ancestral belongings or habits or rituals or anything like that. But his grandfather needs his help to fight an evil demon of a witch that his family cast out centuries before. And his grandson Mike is starting to see these visions of this demon that's kind of haunting him, trying to drag him down into the darkness. And it's basically a road movie. We've got Old Man Hawk, Young Hawk, and this woman who is throwing in Maureen as a kind of love interest. And although that's a little shoehorned in and becomes a little bit more of a love story pretty quickly, which seems ill-fitting, but you know what, I'm going to go with it. I liked the pairing of these two, so I was happy to go with it as well. We jump into these characters on a road trip back to Old Man Hawk's hometown, where he can defend himself and fight against evil. Along the way, we're going to get weird phantasm-like cars, blacked out windows with no drivers. We're going to get spooky animals and weird things happening to everybody. And this just has a real sense of oddity and dread about it. And I loved it. I thought this was really enjoyable. I really liked Shadow of the Hawk. It's just a movie that ticked my boxes. Road movie, cultish people, magic, weird ghost snake things that appear and poison them. Just had everything that I really kind of enjoyed, and I really felt that the performances from Vincent and Old Man Hawk were wonderful together. Like that, like I was saying, the shoehorned love story, although it's pretty egregious in the way it just kind of kicks off and happens, I didn't care, because I liked both the characters and I liked the kind of propulsive nature behind the story that kept it moving enough time for me to stop and go, that's just silly. But I went with it. I liked it. I liked the fact that it had some really wacky elements to it, like the ghost car that appears out of nowhere and tries to ram them off the road, the way that they have to fight against nature because they've been poisoned by the cultish people and weird spells. It feels like a more complete kind of story about an individual accepting their heritage. It's a little bit on the nose, but it doesn't matter because it's wrapped up in such a fun aesthetic with great visuals and wonderful characters that I was just taken along on this ride. I was really surprised by how straight-faced this movie was as well, treating the subject very, very carefully, but making sure that it was a serious manner, even though it's a kind of pulpy and fun story that is going on. I had so much fun with Shadow of the Hawk that it made this purchase really important for me. You know, if it was another movie that was kind of like Nightwing, which I liked but didn't love, then I would say it's not an essential purchase. But this is something to watch out for. Two movies that I really kind of liked, and if you get it on a good deal, I think you're getting a bargain with these. I would love to see more movies like this, double features paired together. It's a great night's entertainment if you watch both of these, especially starting with Nightwing and moving on to the more kind of fun elements of Shadow of the Hawk. I'd love to know your thoughts on this one. Let me know in the comment box below, and I'll see you next time on Man v Film.